Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our truly international talk show with authors, publishers, editors, people who can help you get your book out. We want to talk to all of them because so many of our friends have books almost written and they're having trouble just getting across that finish line, and we want to hook them up with the people that can help them. My favorite part of this show, though, is talking to people who've actually got across the finish line, finished writing their book, and they've got it published. Our next guest is Ashley, who's a creator and public speaker and author. She does a lot of things. Welcome, Ashley.
Hi, thank you for having me.
By the way, we call ourselves an international talk show for authors. Where are you located?
I'm in a little town called Penguin, which is in Tasmania in Australia.
Somewhere down on the bottom of the world. We don't know where it is. We've heard of it. But near Australia, are you part of Australia?
Yes, part of Australia. It's one of the seven states of Australia.
7 states. So would you say you're Australian or Tasmanian or both?
Both. Yeah, I'm an Australian, but also a Tasmanian.
Yeah. So if you went to the Olympics, you'd be representing Australia.
Yes, that's right. Not Tasmania.
Not Tasmania.
But I won't be in the Olympics, I don't think.
Now, what time of day is it there?
7 a.m. over here.
Yeah, we're at about 12 p.m., so you're about 12 a.m.
Yeah,
that's right?
yeah,
So,
7 a.m.
Now, does it snow where you are?
It does snow in Tasmania. I haven't seen snow where I am, but it snows up on the mountain in the same town.
Yeah. And are you in a winter right now?
No, it's summer here.
Oh, it's summer there. Huh.
Yeah, the opposite to you, I think.
So what's the temperature going to be today?
About 25.
25? Is that Fahrenheit?
Oh, degrees Celsius.
Yeah, we don't know Celsius here. We're Americans. We don't know metrics or Celsius.
I don't know Fahrenheit, but it's the coldest state in Australia.
Very good. All right, Ashley, now you write, a lot of books, different types of books, but children's books for one. And I have one on the screen right now, The Toad from Pode Road. Do I have it right?
Yeah, that's right.
Now, and then let me just go through all these titles. Toad from, another one. Oh, one's a coloring book. Is that right?
Yes, so it's a series, and I always do a colouring in book with each book released as part of my thing that I do. So The Toad from Pode Road is the series, and then I've got 2 books in the series. Okay. We've got Toad Saves the Day and Bat's Big Bright Hat.
Now, who would be reading these books?
It would be 4 to 8 years of age would read them. But I have been told 3-year-olds like them as well.
Oh, I bet. There's great pictures inside, I would imagine.
Yeah, the illustrator is amazing. She's actually won awards for her art. She's very, very talented. So very fortunate to have worked with her. And she's really brought the book to life. The
picture we have on the screen right now, it looks like a book signing, and you have a giant toad standing behind you.
Yeah, I always do very fun book launches. I think about my audience and I have games. I run them almost like a children's birthday party, and I like to get the kids involved. We like to have a lot of fun.
Now, in Tasmania, do they have these giant toads? The one behind you looks like he's 6 feet tall.
I haven't seen one that big, but look, the wildlife here is everywhere, so I wouldn't say it's impossible.
Yeah. Interesting. Just as I was asking you the question about who would be reading these books, I realized that the parents. I had to read my kids a lot of books, and that's probably the first person that reads a book is a parent reading them to the child. Now, I want to suggest this to our viewers, and I did this when my kids were small, is don't go and buy one of these books. Buy 5 or 6 of these books and give them away. When your kids go to birthday parties, have them take a book. Also, what we used to do is fun. We'd give these books to Grandma, because then the kids, when they went to Grandma's house, said, "Read me the book, Grandma, read me the book, Grandma." So for my parents, they always had everything they needed in life, and they would love to get these kids' books for their own birthday present or Christmas present. So just some ideas.
Amazing.
Now, can you tell us anything about the story or the series?
Yes, so Pode Road is actually a real road in Western Australia. I was driving down the southwest of Western Australia and I went past Pode Road, and for some reason it just stuck in my mind. I said it out loud a few times, Pode Road, Pode Road. And then I had a university assignment to do a children's book, and the toad from Pode Road, that was where it came from. And the books centre around inclusivity and bullying and making friends. So that's a little bit about it. Toad's the central character, and he's a very lovable character, very fun.
Is to say Bat's big bright hat?
Yes. So with Bat's big bright hat, Bat goes to school with this bright hat and the other animals don't really like it. But Toad finds a way to help them all enjoy the hat, and then they all end up with very fancy hats at the end.
They all end up with hats at the end. That's a great story. There's a lot you could read into that. Now, is it true that you, besides children's books, you write other books?
I do, actually. So I have released an adult's book, Swipe Left. It's a comedy dating guide. I actually released that one first, although I had written the Toad first. It's a comedy dating guide, something I wish I had when I was 20. All about online dating, and there's stories from me, stories from many other people, and it's funny, which is always good.
Yeah. And who's going to read this? I'm going to read it for sure. Swipe Left. I have it on the screen, by the way. Should I stay or should I go? Who's it directed toward? People in the dating world?
Yeah, a lot of online dating. So there's a lot of lessons in there and safety and things like that, and just some funny stories. I would say early 20s, early to mid 20s, when you're first starting out dating, when you're looking for a point in the right direction. That would be your target audience for that one.
If you're just starting out dating, you need these tips from Ashley. Swipe left. Swipe right. Should I stay or should I go? It just, the whole cover is funny. I mean, it's just a funny concept. So it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. So people in your early 20s, but I'm in my early 60s, and I'm going to read it too, if that's all right.
That's all right. Actually, my father-in-law, he loves it. He had a good read and a laugh. So although it's aimed at early 20s, I've been told that everyone finds it funny. And it's a great Kris Kringle present, that one. I
bet things are way different in the dating days now than they were 10 years, 20 years. We didn't have computers and phones and stuff like that in my dating days. So it's a whole different ball game out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so. And that's part of the reason why I developed the book, because you're used to face-to-face communication, but then when you go and actually go behind a screen and start it that way, it's a whole different thing, and you don't really know who you're speaking to. So that's where the book comes in and helps out.
Yeah. Now, by the way, we have your web address on the screen, ashleychildrensauthor.com. What will somebody find there? Not the dating book, right?
No, I keep my adult content and my children's titles completely separate. So what you'll find is my contact information, how to contact me. Also, my books are on there, a little bit about myself, and I'm looking to start up a blog on there as well. With
that's nice. That's nice. And we haven't talked about this. I mentioned it, but back to the children's books, there's one that they can color. Color me in.
Yes. So with all my children's book releases, I actually release a colouring in book to go with it. And so that suits all ages up to 100, whoever likes colouring in. It's got the words in there and everything. So as your children gets older, if it's their favourite book when they're younger, they can carry on.
They can carry on. I cannot imagine how fun that would be to have had the book read to me, then I learned to read it myself, and then they say, oh, by the way, you get to color the book. Color me in.
Yeah.
Anything else? I don't want to rush us through this, but we're up against our time crunch. We don't get a lot of people from Tasmania on our show, so I don't want it to go too fast. But what else do you want our viewers to know?
The only other thing I can think is in the book we've made it a little bit interactive. So there's a little worm on each page that you've got to find, and kids seem to really love that. So every single page is hidden amongst all the other characters. He doesn't say anything in the first book. He's just there for you to find. That's
nice. That is a lot of fun. Now, coloring in, is that the term you're using?
Yeah, colour me in for the colouring in books.
Yeah, because we don't use the term coloring in over here. So It's fun to hear how people say things a little different, but it sure makes a lot more sense than how we say it. We just call it coloring books.
Coloring in books. Coloring books. I've gotcha.
Well, I really appreciate your time, Ashley, and I know you got up, I don't know, maybe you're always up at this time, but it's an unusual time for us to do an interview, and we appreciate it, and we hope you'll come back again and again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mike.
I'm just going to leave this great graphic and these the contact, the web address on the screen for a few minutes, and hopefully our viewers will copy them down and get a hold of you. And more than anything, buy the books. And by the way, I'll say this one last time, I promise. Last time I'll say, don't buy one copy, buy 5 copies of it and give them away as birthday gifts and things like that. It's way more fun to do that. And let's sell some of Ashley's books. We'll be back with more Briggs on Books, our international talk show, right after this.